My family was planning to order takeout and asked my sister's kids what they wanted. As my kids waited their turn, my mother coldly said, "Your kids can eat whatever scraps are left in the kitchen. They're not guests here." My sister smirked, "And don't forget, I'm staying all week, so you're covering my meals, too." My dad added, "Now go set the table like a good little servant." I stayed quiet, took my kids to a fancy steakhouse instead, and made one phone call. Hours later, they were calling me in panic. It was supposed to be a regular weekend family dinner, nothing fancy, just takeout, laughter, maybe a movie after. My parents invited my sister and her kids to stay the week, and naturally, I was expected to come help out like usual. Ever since my divorce, I've kept to myself, but I still tried to maintain some family connection for the sake of my kids. So when it came time to order dinner, everyone was gathered in the living room. My sister's two kids immediately shouted out what they wanted: pad thai, dumplings, and boba from their favorite spot. My kids waited patiently, like they always do, they were next in line, literally. But my mom didn't even glance at them. She snapped, "Your kids can eat whatever scraps are left in the kitchen. They're not guests here." I looked at her, thought maybe I misheard, but nope. She turned to me, hands on hips, and added, "We already have too many mouths to feed. You know how tight things are right now." Then my sister, smug as always, said, "And don't forget, I'm staying all week, so you're covering my meals, too." I blinked. She said it like it was a royal decree. And as if that wasn't enough, my dad, who'd been mostly quiet, barked from the kitchen, "Now go set the table like a good little servant." Servant. My kids looked at me. One of them whispered, "Mommy, can we just go home?" I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I just calmly stood up, grabbed my purse, called my kids over, and said, "Let's go out for dinner." We didn't go to a cheap burger joint. We went to the nicest steakhouse in town, the kind where they bring the drinks on a silver tray and call your kids sir and ma'am. My kids sat wide-eyed as waiters pulled their chairs out and handed them mini menus. I posted a photo of our dinner, steaks, mocktails, lava cake, in the family group chat. No caption, just the picture. But that wasn't the big move. As my kids savored dessert, I made one call, just one, to someone I knew would flip their perfect little dinner world upside down. And a few hours later, my phone exploded with calls from my family, voicemails, texts, missed FaceTimes. All of them saying the same thing: "What did you do?" Let me rewind a bit so you understand the weight of that one phone call. I don't just have a job, I have leverage. For the last 6 years, I've been quietly helping my parents manage their finances behind the scenes. After my dad's failed retirement investment, they nearly lost the house. I stepped in, used my credit, refinanced in my name, and saved it from foreclosure. They never told anyone, especially not my sister. In return, all I asked was respect, not groveling, not grand gestures, just respect. And for my kids to be treated like human beings. Clearly, that was too much. The person I called during dessert? My banker, the same one who helped me set up a contingency clause in the mortgage paperwork. The house was saved under my name, but the deal was, if certain conditions were breached, namely verbal or emotional abuse of me or my children, I had the option to freeze the financial support and trigger a reevaluation clause with 30 days notice. That clause activated immediately. But I didn't stop there. Before the steakhouse check even hit the table, I logged into the shared utilities portal and canceled my autopay. That $437 monthly electric bill, that $220